So the other thing I want to talk about is it's a concept that I call lie, cheat, and steal, and it's really how I look at the world, how I look at business. And I told you a little bit before that it's somewhat of a literal metaphor. All right, but I want you guys to actually understand that if you put yourself mentally in the mentality that you're willing to lie, cheat, and steal, and you pre-frame yourself that that's okay, that you will get much farther, much faster. Okay, whether you literally, all right, if we just cut the bullshit, all right, if you just want to cut the bullshit and you look at the top performers in the world, they lie, they cheat, they steal, they fucking kill motherfuckers, all right? And whether or not you want to say that's okay or not, whether or not you want to do that or not, if you look at every big fucking industry in the world, the big ones that are ruling, like I said, they lie, they cheat, they steal. Them motherfuckers even go up to kill people, all right? Like just murder people. So I want you to understand that concept. The more that you're willing to lie, cheat, and steal, the faster that you're going to grow. Now it's up to you, all right? Again, take this with a grain of salt. It's up to you where you draw a line of ethics, all right? It's up to you where you say, okay, hey, this is wrong, this is wrong, this is wrong, I shouldn't do this. That's up to you to draw that line, all right? But the more you lie, the more you cheat, the more you steal, the more results that you will actually have. Now, personally, how do I look at this and how do I apply this to my life? When I look at lying, cheating, and stealing, now I realize this concept. Am I out there lying to people, cheating, and stealing? That's relative. I'm going to say yes and I'm going to say no. It's all relative, all right? Whenever I talk about stuff, do I lie? Do I use beautiful words to paint a story and elaborate on stuff to make it easier to sell stuff? Fuck yes, I do. That's called marketing. Hell yeah, who doesn't do that? I mean, that's part of all of marketing, is helping paint that story and helping something, nothing's the best program in the world. This is not the best program in the world. I can say it. Is that a lie? For sure, that's a lie. Now, if I don't say that, if I don't go in and say, hey, you need this. Do you actually need this? No, you don't. Now, if I say that, how many sales do you think I'm going to get? Versus if I say, hey, you need this. You have to have this. Am I lying? Well, again, this is relative. It's a relative thing. For sure, you can debate and say, hey, if I go into my sales and say, look, this is the best thing this is the best $7 you'll ever spend. You need this. You have to have this. That's a bold-faced lie. It can be debated, but it's not really like a crazy lie. So whenever I'm looking at lying, that's what I'm looking at. To me, that's marketing. Okay, you're going to, again, it's up to you where your ethics needle goes to. That's up to you where you want to draw the line of ethics and say, okay, this type of lie is wrong, or this type of lie is wrong. But I do want you guys to have an open mind and understand that really, no matter what you say, it's a relative lie. So use that to your advantage. Let me give you a practical example so you can kind of understand what I'm talking about. To one extent, I lie all the time, all right? I have a funnel that has made me a shit ton of money, and a lot of the money is relative money, meaning I can go in and make a social proof of somebody. I can go in and make a social proof right now of this funnel, all right? Of this funnel right here, let me show you this funnel. And this, again, this is a relative lie, all right? We can call it a lie. We can say it's not a lie. It's all debatable. It's for sure is not. I for sure am not going out and just straight up lying, but you can also consider a lie. This funnel right here, this $1 million funnel, all right? I can go in and show I made, fucking $750,000 worth of sales in this funnel right here. If I go back just in these many months, all right? So I can go in and make a complete social proof, and I can show I've done $729,337.00 worth of revenue right here from this one fucking funnel. Is that the truth or a lie? It's both, really, all right? Now, should I go in and tell you that, hey, some of this revenue is actually on a 12-month free trial, and they've given me $1,000, and I don't get it right now. I don't get it till 12 months. It's a possibility that they actually cancel it. I could go in and tell you that. If I don't tell you that, am I lying? Am I lying telling you that I've made $729 or for $729,000 worth of revenue. In some accounting schemes, no, I'm not lying. In some accounting schemes, fuck yeah. In accounting, I'm allowed to actually count in forecasted revenue, promised revenue. That's account receivables. Is all that account receivables is. It's people that actually have a liability that they've agreed to. Is that actual cash flow? No, it's not. And whenever I talk about this, I don't go in specifically and tell people this is cash money in my pocket. But I don't have any problem. I sure the hell don't go in and make a point to tell them, hey, this is not cash flow. This is projected revenue. Why? Because that story isn't as palatable. And I'm just being real and not lying with you here, okay? That story isn't as, that's not gonna get me as much results. If I go in, if I don't say anything, they just assume. All I have to do is say, hey, look, literally I can go make a social proof right now. Hey, this is the results of my funnel in the last 6 months right here. And don't say anything else. How much credibility do you think this is going to buy me? And buy me a shit ton of credibility. They're gonna be like, hey, they're just gonna assume, hey, this guy made this much money. All right. To some extent, you can for sure say that I'm lying here. All right. I don't have any problem with it myself. My ethics needle, I don't even believe in ethics. It's fucking completely made up in the human brain. It's different for every single person. You can tell me that I have horrible ethics, and I'd be like, okay, compared to who? Compared to Gandhi? Compared to Hitler? All right. Who do you want to compare me to whenever you're saying I have bad ethics? So to me, that's just how I rationalize it. It doesn't make sense for me to have my ethics needle and try to get it to line up with everybody else's. All right. So this is what I'm talking about whenever I'm telling you guys that, you know, you can always lie. And again, this is up to you where your ethics needle lies at. The biggest corporations in the world, trust me, this is how they get to the top, is by complete fabrication and lying. Whether you want to do that or whether you don't, that's completely up to you. I'm just telling you part of what I do. All right. I will 100% say I lie, cheat, and steal. All right. I've already given you an example of lying. All right. So from my perspective, that's how I'm lying. All right. Now, cheating. From my perspective, how do I cheat? Well, fuck, I cheat all the time because I leverage stuff. All right. One big way that I cheat is Zapier. All right. I leverage this technology to do a lot of shit for me. I'm literally cheating. The amount of time that I should be spending doing something, I'm not actually doing it. I'm cheating. I'm using technology. I cheat everywhere I go. I leverage as much shit as I can everywhere I go. To me, that is for sure cheating. Now, I could straight up cheat if I wanted. But again, like I said, this is a literal metaphor. All right. So there's all sorts of ways that you can actually cheat in your business. For me, I leverage as much technology as I can. I mean, so great examples for me, I run a software firm. I can cheat all the time just by building little pieces of software that other people can't have. So if we're trying to say, hey, we're all playing the game by the same rules, well, fuck those rules. So I don't have to tell you about those rules. I mean, I'm not trying to play the game to the same rules. I'm trying to actually get where I'm trying to fucking go. And for me, there's not that many rules. So rules that are there are the rules that I want to set for myself. Those are my rules. All right. So by cheat, for me, that just means that leverage as much as you actually can. I mean, for me, like I give you an example, for me, that's leveraging, I leverage so much automation, and a lot of people don't do that. I'm cheating the system on how they do that. All right. And steal, so you can steal all sorts of stuff. I don't physically just go steal stuff from people. I don't physically go steal stuff, but I'm going to give you a couple examples of stealing for me. All right. And again, if you guys want to judge me, you can judge me or whatever. You can just understand the concepts. And this is just, I told you guys from the beginning, I'm just going to tell you the shit that I do. And whether you guys say it's right or wrong, that's up to you to go in and figure out. This is your life and what you want to do and your results. It's up to you to figure stuff out. All right. So content's one thing that you can steal really, really easily. All right. I did this with ABC Bootcamp. I did this with a lot of Russell Brunson stuff in my last Facebook profile to build up audiences. As I just went in there and fucking took his content and watched his content and consumed his content. And whenever I was done, I just went and made a live video and talked about that shit. Did I go in and give that dude credit and say, hey, Russell, fuck that dude? No, I'm not going to go in and give that fucking dude credit. Why would I do that? That's stupid. I mean, anybody who knows that guy is going to be like, oh, hey, John probably listens to Russell Brunson and we're going to resonate. And anybody who doesn't know that guy is going to be like, fuck, John's smart as fuck. You know, I like this guy. He's really smart. I'm not going to go and be like, Russell Brunson says this, this, and this. I'm just going to be like, okay, thanks for the information, buddy. And I'm just going to tell these other guys, and they're going to, again, I'm stealing and cheating here. you know. And you could even say I'm lying here as well, because I'm not just saying, hey, okay, this guy said this. I don't give a fuck about giving any credit to that guy. Now, I would give a fuck about giving credit to that guy if I'm trying to actually build a relationship with that guy and leverage him. I'm not trying to do that. I'm not actually trying to be Russell Brunson's best friend, and now we're going to be friends and take over the world together. All right. So content's one thing that you can easily steal. You can steal that all the time. You can go find other people's content and repurpose that in your own words. You can obviously outright just boom, there it is, copy and paste it. That's for sure not the best way. I just always go in and repurpose it. Another way that I steal financially is really, really small transactions. So for now, I want to give you guys really super clarity on this so you guys don't freak out. All right. But I do want to be transparent with it. All right. Really small transactions, like for example, the $7 a month transaction. I got another one that's $10 a month. I make over, I don't know, $6,000-$7,000 still a month from $10 a month transactions for training that people don't even get anymore. But guess what? They signed up for training on chatbots, and it was a $10 a month transaction, and I put a bunch of people through that. Now, it's a very low ticket transaction, so people, I mean, you guys think about it. There's not an easy way to cancel other than, hey, you got to contact me and cancel it. But it's a $10 a month transaction. Some people, a lot of people, you guys think about it. Even a lot of you guys probably, if you wouldn't even notice if $10 extra comes out of your bank account, you probably, like, I'll be totally transparent with you guys and tell you if $1,000 came out of my bank account, I wouldn't necessarily notice it because it's all relative to how much cash flow that you have coming in and out. All right. So a lot of people, $7, $10, $50, those transactions, they don't actually even notice. It depends on who you're going after as a person. And even if they do notice it, a $10 transaction, a lot of times people don't want to spend the time and say, hey, right now, I'll go and invest my time and do what I need to do to stop this transaction and make sure that it never happens. They procrastinate it because it's a nominal amount of money, so they just procrastinate it. Why? That's, again, I'm telling you transparently, it's 100% why I have a $7 a month transaction as this lead magnet in this course. Why? Because it's so nominal that if I just keep putting people through there and putting them through there, a lot of people, I don't even have to provide them anything. They'll just forget about it. They won't care about it because it's such a nominal transaction. So am I stealing that money from them? No, not really. But that's what I'm talking about whenever I say steal from me. That's a very easy way that I can steal more stuff, is because it's so small, people don't care about it. This was done a lot of times, if you remember when cell phones just came out. When cell phones just came out, they hit you with, hey, buy a ringtone, and now it's $4.99 a month, and that's just added to your cell phone, and you did agree to it. And how many people went in there and actually stopped that and said, hey, they didn't download a ringtone every month. They didn't care about ringtones anymore. They just got that one, and it's added to their bill. They don't even think about it. They don't even care about it. Because it's too much of a hassle for them to go in and be like, oh, hey, fuck, let me itemize my cell phone bill. Hey, where's this $4.99 a month fee going to this? It's just like, okay, now it comes unobserved. Whether you guys want to do that or not, that's completely up to you. Again, like I said, your ethics compass, that's where it is that you actually want to be at. For me, those are my concepts of lying, cheating, and stealing, and I personally don't have any problem with them. I also personally don't have that big of a problem with just lying, cheating, and stealing in general, because I know, if I do have a problem and I think that it's wrong, that doesn't change the fact that other people are doing it, and that doesn't really actually mean anything. By no means am I telling you guys to go in and actually rob a bank or, just tell people you are something that you're not. But there's a lot of people that do that and have a whole lot of success with it. All right. So you can lie, you can cheat, you can steal. The amount that you yourself want to actually either metaphorically do those things, I really employ you to do them metaphorically. All right. If you want to get into the physical and actually do them physical, well, there's a lot of risk in actually doing that. Like if you literally just want to steal stuff from people, like right now I could go in and steal a lot of money from people because they're all connected in my Stripe, and I could literally just run a script and say, hey, charge them all an extra $25. How many of them would notice? A lot of them probably wouldn't notice. Could I do that? Sure, I could. Now, I'm not willing and ready to do that because that has a much higher risk, because that's physically actually stealing. I could do that, and that could help me. I could get a lot of, literally I could do that. I could get working capital. I could use that working capital to make more money and then just refund them all that money. And I could literally use them. I could steal my financing for all my ad spend and then just give it back to them. I could do that if I wanted to. I'm not willing and ready to do that. Maybe some people would be. Maybe you would be. I would definitely advise not doing that, and not physically stealing, and not physically lying, and not physically cheating. But metaphorically, I would want you to metaphorically actually understand that those are all tools that you actually have. I've given you examples of how I metaphorically do those in my business. So hopefully that makes sense. So I'm not sure if you guys have any questions about that or anything that you want to say about that. What's that?
Do you do paid groups? Because I know I'm part of your $7 a month paid friends. And I'll be honest, I don't even know how to cancel that. I wouldn't even know where to look to cancel that. I'll probably have to trawl through that first mail that you originally sent me to say, congratulations, you're my friend.
And would you? I mean, would you?
No. And I'm like ManyChat. I think I'm part of ManyChat, and I've got that. I think that's $7
Even if you saw it on your bill, even if you saw it on your bank statement, you're like, what's this $7? And then you realize, okay, maybe this is with John. I'm not really sure. I'll have to call somebody and figure this out. And then once I figure it out, I'll have to go cancel that. Most of the time, you're just going to rational. Okay, I'll do this later. I'll do this tomorrow because it's just $7, and that tomorrow's never going to come. I'm just going to keep getting my $7. Am I stealing it from you? No, you agreed to that. You signed up for it. But you can think of, I'm kind of stealing it from you. It's a very small transaction.
My point was that same principle can be applied to groups as well, right? So like Giovanni's just set up an e-commerce group. He could assign a nominal value to that group of $7 a month.
For sure.
And I suppose is that all managed through ClickFunnels how would you manage that through your Stripe account? Yeah,
mine's all managed through Stripe for sure. You sign up. I mean, it's literally the funnel for this course. You go in, and I tell you straight up, it says right there in the words and in the video that it's a monthly charge, and you can cancel anytime. You just got to call me. You just got to message me, cancel. You can send an email and cancel. It's just I know the average person won't. $7. That's most people aren't going to be like, oh, let me go in and type. The only people that are really going to do that are people that have more time on their hand than money. And those people aren't good people for me anyways, because they don't have that much money and I'm trying to get more money from them. So
I suppose it's a good way to get commitment, because when someone's financially paying, they're more bought into reading and doing the content. So